Well, Kasha's racing plans changed in the offseason, so Don finished putting it together, and he's out here racing tonight, but he headed to the rear. So that'll move Dylan Haney up. Dylan Haney, Dan Jackson, Nathan Landauer, and Jeremy Bolin up a row. All cars are going to move on to the A feature for tonight.
As they roll through turns 3 and 4, it's going to be Haney and Patterson leading us to the green flag. Let's go racing!
Dylan Haney with the early race lead down into turn number 1. Side by side is Jackson and Patterson. Now they're 3 wide. Patterson's off the pace on the exit at turn number 2. Slow exit at turn number 2 for the 17 TK. He lost a lot of spots. Lap number 1 will go into Dylan Haney. But that beautiful Armed Forces tribute car, the 3 of Dan Jackson, is digging on the low side.
Down the backstretch we go into turn number 3. Haney's going to hit the high side, and Jackson's going to be on the low side. Digging down low, digging the foxhole deep for the battle. Down the front straightaway, it's going to be Dan Jackson, your new race leader.
Dan Jackson, I think he won his heat race last weekend. We got a car off the racetrack. We'll get you a car number in a second, but Dan Jackson pulling away as we've now got a battle for second place. Dylan Haney and Nathan Landauer going at it for the runner-up spot.
Battle for second raging on, and that car that pulled off the track off of turn 4 is the 21T of Tyson Tipsworth. He is done for the heat race. Hopefully we'll see him later on. Meanwhile, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Landauer takes the position from the 12 of Haney. It's an 11-12 battle. Down the front straightaway we go.
So Haney falling back to third, the 29 of John Meyer. Holding on to that 4th spot. Nate Thompson in 5th. That is your top 5 as we continue to wind the laps down. A1 Iron Stock Car. Heat race 1 of 2. Dan Jackson gets the signal. 5 laps left to go in that number 3, sponsored by AM Construction.
Halfway home in this heat race as Dan Jackson's our race leader for the time being. Then it's Landauer, almost a 3-wheel motion, dove it deep into turn 3. Looking for the moisture on the high side, going to chase down Dan Jackson into turn number 1. Third is going to be Haney, followed by the 29 of Meyer and Nate Thompson, your top 5.
Then it's Don Hall Jr. and Travis Patterson, followed by the 10J of Jeremy Bolin. Tyson Tipsward is the car that is parked in the infield. He is off the racetrack. He'll be scored in 9th as we now come to 3 laps left to go. Pretty strung out heat race number 1 after we saw a great battle early on as Dan Jackson made his way from the inside second row to take over the race lead.
Trouble for the 10J as he comes off down the back straightaway. He might become a little bit of lap traffic lunch into turn number 3. Sashaying side to side down the front straightaway. And something is up with the 10J. The handle is not right. He's going to be lapped down here to Dan Jackson. Jackson looks to the inside. He's going to be able to make the spot maybe. Battle is on for lap traffic.
Yeah, Jeremy Bolin kind of shaking that car just a little bit, dove in front of Dan Jackson, gave our leader a little bit of a heart attack as he came to the white flag. Now Jackson comes to the checkered flag. Dan Jackson picks up the heat race win. Nathan Landauer in second. Your third finisher was your pole sitter, the 12X of Dylan Haney. Fourth will be the 92 of Don Hall Jr. Row number 2 is going to be the 6 of Jeremy down to his outside, the 5 Eli and Marty Steinbach.
Row 3 to the inside will be the 5B of Matt Boucher. To the outside, the 22 of Nick Beckman.
Final row will be the 24R of Dylan Richards and the 71 JJ Jared Bussin.
Off turn number 4, green flag waves. We are racing in heat race number 2. Into turn 1 they go. It's going to be Rissinger and Laughlin. Laughlin the high side. Oh, look out. There goes the 5 Eli of Steinbach. Gathers it back up. We stay clean and green. Through turns 3 and 4 they go. Look for the 6 of Jeremy down to dive down low on the 7. 6, 7, and 9 down the front straightaway. Laughlin, your race leader.
Battle in the back of the yellow is out. Caution for the 71 JJ of Bussin. Getting people fired up, so give me just a minute. I got to go do something.
Oh boy, Dan's got to go do something. Well, while Dan goes and does something, we're going to go green flag racing here off of turn number 4. Laughlin's going to lead us to the green flag. We're racing once again in the stock cars. Into turn one they go. Laughlin out to the front, but it's going to be a drive down low by Jeremy Down. Down side by side with the 7 of Russinger. Russinger is going to hit the high side, but also looking there in the 4th spot, looking for the position. It's the 22 of Beckman. Beckman going to slide back, and oh, look at the crossover move by Boucher on Beckman, diving for that 4th spot. And Richards waiting in the wings. He's going to make it a 3-car situation from Ford.
3-wide battle down the backstretch. James, I think it's a drag race, and it's going to shake out to 2 cars in turns 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. 4th place will go to Beckman. 5th will be Richards. Richards, 2-time feature winner in the stock cars already this year, looking to make it 3 tonight.
While they settle that battle out there for the 4th spot, battle for lead is heating up as Down has caught your race leader, Gary Laughlin. Laughlin's hitting the mid side. Little bit higher line there for the 6 of Down, but he's going to drive it down the back straightaway. Look to the inside into turn number 3.
Gary Laughlin has had a great heat race the last 3-4 weeks. I believe he's won 3 weeks in a row in his heat race. But Jeremy Down giving him all the pressure. Now he's got a car kind of sideways in front of him, the 71 of Bussin. Might be giving the 9 of Laughlin a little bit of agita. Oh boy, sideways again. Down's going to make his move.
Into turn 1 they go. Lap traffic holding up the race leaders in a heat race. Bussin's trying to gather the car back up, but the leaders, proving why they're the leaders, made short work of Bussin as they go down the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4. Getting the sign, still going to be Laughlin, your race leader.
3 laps left to go. Bussin goes low as the field starts to pull up. He slides up the racetrack right in front of the field. Now he goes around into the infield. He's out of the way. Good job, good save by Bussin as that battle for the race lead continues. 2 laps left to go.
2 laps left to go and 2 cars battling it out for the race lead. Through turns 1 and 2 they go. Jeremy Down's going to try and catch back up to that 9 after that little interruption to their battle by Bussin. Meanwhile, battle for the 4th spot raging on once again as Becker looks high and rips the nose cone off of Richards. 3-wide situation, crossover. Battle rages on for 4th, but down the back straightaway they go. 1 lap to go.
That's going to cause a little aero issue for the 24 of Richards. Oh, and there it goes. Not only is that going to bring out a caution, but that's probably, no, it's not. We will stay green, the checkered will wave, and Gary Laughlin will get himself another heat race win. So the finish looks like Gary Laughlin, your winner, Jeremy Down in 2nd, Bob Rusinger in 3rd, and Nick Beckman in 4th. A badass looking racetrack tonight. Big thanks again to Platte Valley Equipment for donating the tractors that are used to tow the equipment and to fluff and buff the racetrack. Going to be going green. Looks like Don Hall did elect to drop to the rear, so Gary Laughlin will move up into the pole position. Gary has been very strong in his heat race. Can he seal the deal? He'll have 20 laps to win your A1 Iron stock car. Here we go. Green flag is out.
As the field thunders on into the turn number 1, we see Jeremy Down looking to the inside of the 7 of Bussinger. Laughlin's going to be your race leader early on. It's into turn 3 they go. Bussinger hits the high side. Haney right behind him. Jeremy Down and Dan Jackson here. Next 2 rows back. Race is on for everywhere on back.
Lap number 1 goes to Gary Laughlin. Bob Rusinger in 2nd. Jeremy Down underneath. Good move for Dylan Haney. He's up to the 3rd spot to the outside. We got a car around. Turn 2. It's Jeremy Bolin. Come on, Jeremy. No, caution is out.
And magically the car gets moving. Bolin unfortunately not working the bugs out of the car from the heat race. If you remember, during his heat race, he was having handling issues with the car. Unfortunately, still biting him in the feature.
No drinky drink, unless you want to. Voluntary drinking drink, how's that?
voluntary drink, you drink, involuntary drink, you drink. Who knows? But involuntarily, we are going to have to take the green flag into turn number 1. Laughlin is going to be your race leader in turn 1. Bussinger hits the high side, followed by Haney and down, and it's a side-by-side battle with Jackson to the inside of the 29 of Meyer.
Car around turn 1, the 71 JJ. And caution. That will be a complete restart, so Eagle Raceway, get him up, get him up, get him up. Take a drink. Gary Laughlin, Bob Rusinger, Dylan Haney, that's your top 3. Laughlin just needs to start logging some laps and pulling away. Like I said, he's been fast in the heat races, no luck in the features last couple of weeks. He's led lap number 1 and he's coming to leading lap number 2. Rusinger with Haney all over the back bumper, and Jeremy Downs gonna dive underneath. Down to the low side, slides up the racetrack, closes the door, he's got 3rd. Haney's gonna battle back going into turn 3.
Meanwhile, as the battle for 3rd rages on mid-pack, we almost had it 3 wide with Dick Beckman in the middle of a situation with Landauer and Meyer. As they battle in the mid-pack, Beckman's going to get ahead of that sandwich situation, and Meyer's still going to be to his outside. Meyer gets the position, and here comes Nate Thompson looking to get that position away from Beckman as Landauer dives to the bottom.
Gary Laughlin, Bob Rusinger, big run for Dylan Haney, closes up on the back bumper. The 7 of Rusinger, not able to seal the deal. Dan Jackson up above the crumbs a little bit. It is a hornet's nest back in the field. We're coming to 15 laps left to go for the 9 of Gary Laughlin, the 7 of Bob Rusinger. Oh boy, Dylan Haney a little sideways crossing the start-finish line. Oh, Jeremy Down gives him a little bit of a rub.
As they come off of turn number 2 that time, Haney's going to dive down to the inside of Down. Down's going to drive it down to the inside of turn number 3. Back to the inside of Haney he goes. Battle for 3rd is on. Rusinger's going to look on the high side, trying to chase down Laughlin for that lead as they go into turn number 1. Single file racing action. Laughlin's the only one down low through turns 1 and 2. The rest are up on the high side.
Car around turn 4. It's the 71 JJ. Gets off the track just in time. Wow. Leader was right there. Gary Laughlin, 13 laps left to go. Bob Rusinger, Dylan Haney's gonna make his move. Rusinger up the racetrack, Haney up to 2nd. Caution is out, turn 4.
21T. Unfortunately, a 21T of Tipsword going around in turns 3 and 4 will bring out another caution.
Dylan Haney made a great run off turn number 2. Took the 2nd spot away, but unfortunately the caution came out.
Field going to stack them up here. We're going to go green next time by off of turn number 4. Laughlin, your race leader. Then it's going to be Rusinger, Haney, Down, and Jackson, your top 5. Green flag comes out. We're back racing into stock cars.
Your A1 Iron Stock Cars roar down into turn number 1, through turns 1 and 2, and out of turn number 2 goes Gary Laughlin. Haney trying to set Rusinger up again to get by him, just like he did just before the caution came out last time. Jeremy Down holding on to 4th. Dan Jackson under pressure from Matt Boucher. Boucher gets the spot away. And Landauer looking underneath Boucher. They're going to be 3 wide. Car around turn 2.
71's got the car going. He's going to clear the racetrack before the leaders get to him. We got a 3 wide situation down the front stretch. Landauer was the meet in the middle of the sandwich. He gets ahead of Nate Thompson, gets the position away from him. Meanwhile, 3 cars are battling it out for the 2nd spot. Rusinger to the high side. Haney right behind him. Down, driving down to the inside. And just behind him, look out, here comes Landauer.
Gary Laughlin has led them all. He's got 9.5 laps left to go. It's a 3-car battle for the runner-up spot. Rusinger's got it, but Down and Haney won it. Rusinger holds on with now 9 laps left to go. Down, little rough set of corners in 3 and 4. Fell back out of that 2nd place battle. Dan Jackson and Matt Boucher still going at it.
as they come off of turn number 4 this time. Laughlin's still your race leader, but he's got a hornet's nest behind him. Rusinger's on the high side once again, followed by Haney. Haney hasn't left his back bumper since the drop of the last green flag. Dow's been trying to find his way past Haney and Rusinger for the spot, but here comes Jackson to the high side. The 3 of Dan Jackson's following in the tire tracks. 3 wide, now we got a battle for the second spot. Here comes Haney to call.
Gary Laughlin, Dylan Haney slides up the racetrack. He's got the spot. Dylan Haney up to second with 6.5 laps to go. No, he jumped the cushion. Back to his inside is Rusinger, but Haney gets a good run off the corner. He'll hold on to it. Jeremy Down gets by Rusinger. Jeremy Bolin a little trouble in turn 3 and 4. He's got some damage on the back end of that car. 6 laps left to go. Coming to 5 laps left to go.
5 to go this time by Laughlin, still your race leader. Now into the second spot goes Haney. Downs trying to find his way back below Haney, but don't look now. The 3 of Jackson is broken. The top 5 looking for more.
Oh, I'm definitely looking. I want to watch this race as Dan Jackson slowly picking away. Landauer looking underneath Boucher for the spot. Boucher's going to hold on with 4 laps left to go. Dylan Haney and Jeremy Down going at it for the runner-up spot. Haney's going to hold on to it off turn number 2.
A battle for second and a battle for the 5th spot. Landauer's going to drive it down to the low side. Sticks it down low. Matt Boucher's going to get the run on the high side. We're still side by side for 5th. It's going to be a 3-car battle for the 4th spot. If Landauer has anything to say about it, Dan Jackson dives the corner. He drives away on the back straightaway.
Dylan Haney is closing in on Gary Laughlin. Last time it was about a second difference. This time it's half a second. Dylan Haney is closing in on Gary Laughlin, who has led every lap.
Through turns 3 and 4, the white flag is going to wave this time by. What does Haney have to say? Caden Murray waves the white flag. Gary Laughlin may not know it, but knock, knock, you got company off of turn number 2. Haney's going to drive down the back straightaway. We got a battle for the lead.
Great set of corners for Gary Laughlin. Haney's going to dive hard into turn 3. Oh no, up the racetrack goes Gary Laughlin. Out of turn 4, Dylan Haney's going to steal it on the final lap.
Round the outside, Haney takes the double checkered flag. Second's going to go to Gary Laughlin, losing it off of turn number 4, and third is going to go to the 6th of Jeremy Down. Landauer at 4th, and rounding out the top 5, the 3 of Dan Jackson.
I'm not supposed to root for drivers, but man, I was pulling so hard for Gary Laughlin. Led 19 of the 20. He's been so close. He'll have to come back next week and try it over again. As your winner in your A1 Iron Stock Cars is the 12 of...
Dan. Your first time feature winner in your A1 Iron Stock Cars. Take it away.
The 12X of Dylan Haney.
Whipping the donuts down in victory lane. What a run off of turn number 4.
Now this is the time I wish we did interviews right after the win. Imagine what he's going to have to say as the emotions are running high.
All right, first time feature winner, part 2 for your A1 Iron Stock Cars, the Fremont Ford Ranger. Dylan Haney gets the job done. Ford power plant under the hood, and the latest to join the father and son win list at Eagle Raceway. And it all came down to the last lap. Run us through it. I can see through the smile. You got a lot going on in that old noodle of yours.
There's usually not much going on in there, but I don't know. I waited to get around the 7, and finally messed up, and I got under him, and then I don't know how many laps there were to go, but I just pretty much didn't lift half the time, and I seen the 9 screwed up enough going into 1 and 2 on the last lap, and I just flat-footed it and didn't let off the gas until we got back around, and I was ahead of him.
I know you've been going at it for a while. Bump my levels down by like a half an inch. Run us through some sponsors and support on this 12X machine. I know you can't do it alone.
Torco Grading Contractors, Bo Sanders, Matco Tools, Troy Sass, and I always forget what it is. What is it? Oh, Contractors Maintenance Service, Tonight Lawn Care, And for my sister's insurance company, she's always been with me the whole time I've been doing this. Jax, my dad builds hands down the best motors that you ever gonna get. And Charger chassis, I switched to Charger this year, and it was the best decision I've ever made. Jamie is by far the best guy you'll ever work with, and builds some damn fast cars.
All right, race fans, give it up for him. First time in Demon Decals victory lane for your A1 Iron Stock Cars. That's the Fremont Ford Ranger, Dylan Haney.